So it will really, I think, fit into the character of the neighborhood, and keeping them the footprint small and the cottage appearance, I think really will help tremendously, because everybody knows that any new house that goes up in the village, generally that doesn't happen.
So we're on a park.
So I think all those things, I think will fit very well into the neighborhood. I mean, it's difficult to swallow change a lot of times. I think that it'll be really nice, and they'll be able to save some of the existing trees as well, which will help.
I think that's the important part, because if you go to, if you go to Barrington and you go across the river and you get a chance to see what they did over there in that little area, in order to fit all the houses in, they cut down all the trees and they made all these little cottagey type things, but it's absolutely warm. No, I mean, I was shocked when I had gone over there to see. So,
I know we are making every effort to save as many trees as we can. And sometimes it's difficult to wedge the house right where it needs to be, because we are proposing to do drainage systems in the back as well. So we're trying to fit a lot. They're pretty small lots, so we're trying to fit everything.
And I think all of that does, really the canopy of the character of the town, and I think that once that canopy is drastically diminished, so does whiteness.
So I think what we're looking for tonight is kind of an endorsement of the project from the committee, as well as.
We didn't talk about the buyers themselves.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Just quickly, as Bridget mentioned, we do have a home buyer training program. In the past, this committee, and this goes back many years, sort of established sort of a local preference way of selecting people. I can tell you right now that through our buyers class over the years, we've had over 400 families graduate. There were a number of those from Jamestown, or have linked to Jamestown who would like to come here. But generally what happens is we go back and look at those folks, or what they express an interest. Qualifying for a mortgage today is much more difficult than it has been in the past. So while we have a lot of families who graduated, we don't necessarily have people who are mortgage eligible. So one of the things we also want to do, and ask this committee's assistance, is get the word out about these so we can get some potential buyers into our home buyers class, and then basically take people on sort of first come, first served as their mortgage eligible. So if we've had families in the past who are from Jamestown, and there was a long criteria that we established, which I don't know if any of you recall, but the first priority went to a local family who was on the fire department.
Right.
Then it was someone who worked for the town, then it was the school department, and then somebody who worked at another business in town.
Was that prior to the adoption of our affordable housing
I
plan?
believe it was.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's something you want to revisit.
Well, I think that we would probably have, it's basically similar, but I think we would group it into a little bit more broad categories in the affordable housing plan. We do talk about priorities being locals, and that being town employees and volunteers, I think is the first priority.
Right.
That would include school, town, and fire department, and emergency medical, and police. And then I think it is local workers, and then family. Yeah, it does specify in the plan itself. So it is kind of the same, that's just broken down into a few more categories.
I would just say that
Yeah.
oftentimes when people hear about this, they say, oh, there'll be such a demand, you'll have a lot of it. That really doesn't happen because people sort of self-select, this isn't the right size house for me, this is the right neighborhood.
Right.
And then the big critical factor is, can they qualify for a mortgage? As I said, today it's extremely difficult to qualify.
Tell me something. If you do, what would come first? Would you, once you receive the, all of your monies, could we have, like an open house for all that, could there be something put in the paper? And
Generally, today, we cannot get the bank financing without buyers lined up. So we have to have the houses pre-sold before we can go forward.
I see.
So it's important at this stage to be getting the word out that we're going to have houses for sale.
Oh, we've already been putting the word out. I mean, I think
Yeah, we have.
already contacted.
Yeah.
And that, we need to get them into the class and we need to get them to the bank and qualify. And then at the end of that process, we'll kind of see who we have. But
One of the people that contacted them were the people who are in Fort Mill Street right now. So it'd be nice if we did.
Oh my God, that would be so wonderful.
Because we have a fire department member married to a town employee there.
Exactly.
So
Yes.
yes.
With your children.
With children,
Oh,
yes.
So, so what I've handed out is basically a description of our home buyer training program, which is what you need to complete in order to qualify to buy a land trust house. So in addition to graduating from the program, you have to meet the town's criteria and also be able to get a mortgage ready. So that process to get somebody basically just through the class and mortgage ready can take us 6 months. So our thoughts are that we're gonna,
6 months?
it could, yeah. If somebody has a credit issue that they need to clean up or something like that, or there's a mistake on their credit report, that can literally take 2 to 3 months to clear up. So we like to,
Do you have counselors?
we do all that in-house. We have a home buyer trainer, we do one-on-one budget sessions with each of the families that go through the class. So we sit down and do an entire household budget. We look at savings, credit.
Does it cost?
The class is $50 per household to take the class, and there's an additional $12 fee per credit report. Because we actually have a class just on credit where we basically pick apart everybody's credit reports privately, of course, and try and get people, if they need to work on their credit issues, get them into a plan where they can clear up whatever their issues might be in 12 months or 6 months, or, some of the issues are smaller, and really was just a matter of finding, having the tools or the knowledge to figure out how to clean up something that might be in a credit report. So we take that time to work with the families to try and get them to the point where we can send them to the bank and they would be able to get a mortgage. I did also bring the income qualifications.
Oh, yeah, that would change.
Yeah, they change every year. And I apologize, this says Tiverton on it, but it is listed on the bottom. You'll see that it is Jamestown as well. Confusing. So to qualify in this program, we serve families at 80% of median income, so that's the bottom line. So if you had a family of 3, the maximum their maximum total family household income would be $51,950.
Their maximum.
That would be the maximum. They can make up to $51,950. And so, if you have a family of 4, you go up to $57,700. So it's that bottom line.
You say this says Tiverton, but it's actually,
It includes all the towns that are listed below, which is Jamestown.
There's one, they call it,
I'm
it's the Metropolitan Statistical Area, and Jamestown and all the communities in the state, with the exception of what's Middletown, and I think Charlestown,
in New Shore.
New Shore are in the same statistical district, except for the other communities. So you're in the same statistical areas: Providence, Cranston, Gloucester, all the other cities. So these are the numbers that we use.
No, really the only line you should concern yourself with on this graph is the 80% line. They can make up to that amount.
and this is gross.
So,
That's gross.
yeah, so if you get a family of 6 and they make $60,000, they would qualify because they make under that amount.
What if a family of 6 only made $25,000? That's what I'm.
They have to have no debt and really good credit to qualify for a mortgage at $25,000.
They
So-
would qualify for enough of the mortgage to buy it. Generally, what we're trying is you've got to be making greater than $35,000. But if somebody had a large down payment, they could make. Sometimes people have a family member who is a family who can make, a substantial down payment for them. So every family is different. There's no real simple answer to it.
Okay, I
But
just.
if they're looking to sort of maximize the mortgage, 93% loan to value, you're really looking at families making above $35,000 and less than these.
Okay. That's what I didn't know.
The average wage earner in the state makes about $33,000 a year.